Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Today's episode is brought to you by our fine friends, you rascally rabbit there, at Ramble Office Anywhere. Very interesting idea because I know, when me and Donnie will go out in the public and do business. No matter how much stuff you bring with you, you always think that, you're always missing something. But with our friends at Ramble Office Anywhere, you got everything in one tight spot. And even if you want to use it for an overnight thing, there's room on one side for your tech and the other side for your clothes, because Donnie, he's got all kinds of clothes. He's pretty fancy.
No, it's great for when you're traveling.
What's that? Oh my God, yes, definitely. And once again, it's Ramble Office Anywhere. That's RAMBLEOFFICEANYWHERE.com. That's a mouthful, Don. Just go to rambleofficeanywhere.com or I don't know. So
MOUSC.
That's what I was thinking too, Don. So I want to welcome everybody to the show. Welcome, my friends, to the show that never ends. Come inside, come inside. So I got to get my voice ready for when we do Bobby's show tomorrow, because I think I'm going to have to do some crystal blue persuasion.
It'll never be as good as his.
I know, never. So all the comments and statements by Eddie Buffalo and Donnie Lowe are purely for entertainment purposes. Take it away, Donnie Lowe.
Thank you. All right. Here we go. Best way to experience the podcast is if you go to our YouTube channel. That's EBI Media Insurance Questions Podcast. EBI Media Insurance Questions Podcast, where you get to see a lot of the videos that we play, the pictures that we post, the great thumbnails that Eddie creates on a regular daily basis, actually. And so occasionally he'll get his negotiation tools out, and you get to see that. And plus just the funny faces that he makes. If you listen to podcasts, we are just about anywhere that you might listen to your podcast. So we're on 53 different.
We're there. We're every effing where.
Oh, effing. EFFING. Is that how you spell that one?
MOUSC. I'm gonna be like Donnie Lowe. Let's try anyways.
We're on 53 different podcast depositories, so wherever you listen, we're there.
Wait a second. You taking suppositories again, Don? Now you know that they're not to be taken orally. You got to stick them up your butt, right? You do know that, don't you?
So thanks for joining us, everyone. Now that we're going to be locked out from all of our...
Donnie just, when I say something ridiculous, Donnie just goes forward, doesn't even acknowledge that I'm aggravating him. So, Don, I know you're going to be sad, but you didn't have any more nude pictures yesterday. None of your fans sent me anything.
That's a good thing.
So you're going to have to,
but just
pick up the game a little bit there, buddy boy. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I think one of these episodes, I will get through what I need to talk about without any interruption.
I thought through that.
So thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with us. We really appreciate it and are very grateful for you, our listeners and viewers. All right, Eddie, you can unzip the mouth and
are you sure?
I'm positive.
Are you sure? Because I don't want to offend you. Because Donnie is offended by a lot. So before I say anything, I want to thank my friend James, good friend of the show. And he tweaked my internet a little bit, and I think he got rid of all. It's still not perfect, but it's much better than we've been since I've been here in this new studio. So interesting, because I said he want to talk about the internet anymore because it's so aggravating. Oh, did I say everybody at rambleoffice.com, promo code Buffalo, 5% off. Sorry, Don's so busy talking that I didn't know what I was doing.
Yes, he's always talking.
So how's the weather back home, Donnie Lowe?
Cold, little flurries. Car was icy this morning.
Oh yeah.
We're supposed to get
2 days. Mine was 2 here. And today I was surprised because it wasn't nearly as cold as it's been the past couple of days. It was like 36 degrees, but there was still frost on all the cars.
Oh yeah, I think starting tomorrow the highs are going to be like 25 or something like
Ooh,
that.
that's yucky. How
So
much
that's
snow did you guys get up yesterday? Because I know when Allie Buffalo was going to work, not work, excuse me, school, that it was so bad she didn't even call me. 'Cause she was only going like 30 miles an hour on I-90.
oh yeah. We didn't get too much where I live, but I think it just kind of it's the lake effect, so it just depends on where the wind is blowing, where it's coming across the
Well,
lake.
for a lot of our viewers that are not in the Western New York area, explain what you mean about that by lake effect snow and why Buffalo gets hammered so much with the
So
snow.
what happens is, the lake area is still warm. The temperature is warm, and when you get cold air coming across from, Canada, coming down from Canada or coming from Southwest, it depends on which way it blows, right? The cold
Blame
air.
Canada, blame Canada.
So basically, as the cold air is coming across the warm water, it basically draws up that moisture from the lake, and then when it hits the cold air, it drops it as snow. And it's funny because you can have a band of lake effect snow, maybe
Mhm.
10 miles wide, and depending on which way the wind's blowing, it can go into the city of Buffalo or a little bit north and east, or typically the way the wind blows, it would kind of blow south of Buffalo into what we call ski country, where there's ski resorts and all that.
And
But
that's super hard for people to wrap their head around
yeah,
because I live
because
in Buffalo and going out by your place to Williamsville every day, I'd have to call my boss and say, dude, I can't even get out of my driveway. He goes, there's nothing here. I go,
yeah,
maybe there, but here. The worst
uh,
story I will have to say, like 2-3 years ago, I went home for Thanksgiving and it was 84 degrees when I left Dallas. And when I got to Buffalo, within 12 hours, we had 7 feet of snow.
oh yeah,
And I'm thinking people that don't live in the Buffalo area is thinking that's like a gross friggin' amount, and they don't believe it. They think we're making it up. Oh, we've lived it, baby. I mean,
oh
when I
yeah.
was 10 years old during the blizzard of 77, my dad got stuck at the Ford stamping plant in Woodlawn for close to 2 weeks because he could not get home.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I
So
mean, they had to bring the army in because the snow was up to the traffic lights. I mean,
yeah,
you can't even wrap your head around something like that, Now,
yeah.
Don, is that when you think people started freaking out and buying like milk and bread? Was that the big storm that changed the culture of getting ready for a storm?
I think so because they were kind of predicting that there was going to be a blizzard, but what happened was after that, so people didn't prepare the way they do now, and plus we didn't have the technology, right? But
Right.
but after that, when you can finally get out of your house, if you can open the door because it was jammed with snow, and you'd have to walk to, say, a local grocery store. They just ran out of everything, especially because they couldn't get any deliveries in. So ever since then, people, oh, there might be a winter storm coming next week. All of a sudden, all the grocery stores are jam packed. Everybody's hoarding milk, bread, cookies, or whatever.
I do remember that it was so bad that people actually got like unemployment insurance because they couldn't work.
Yeah.
I remember they get given away the free cheese. I wonder, is that when like the free government cheese started, something like that for like bad things happening?
No, the government cheese was before that, but they kind of opened it up to just about everybody because you couldn't get groceries or anything for a while. But just to get back to the lake effect, because that was not a lake effect storm, but to getting back to lake effect, if the wind is coming across, the cold air is coming across the lake in a certain direction, it usually kind of oscillates from north and then to south, and then that's it. But sometimes if it just stands still, like it's just the wind's coming and it's just heading that one direction.
See, we're not making it up, folks. Yeah, it'll really happen.
Until it starts to move, that wherever that wind is heading, you're getting dumped upon. That's why you can get 7 feet of snow in like a day or 2 days, because that wind is just not moving. It's blowing one direction and that's it,
I mean, a couple of years before I came to Texas, I switched over from gas snowblower to an electric one. It was a nice Ryobi. It had two 90-minute batteries. And I'm like, if I'm going through these 90-minute batteries and I'm outside that long, I don't need to be outside that long.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Did it work well though?
Very interesting. I was only 10, Don, and I remember we were all excited because we were off school for so long, and then they cut the rest of the time off, like I think it was Easter holiday. But it's amazing that you live through this kind of stuff, you know?
Oh, I know.
And like a lot of my buddies will be like, why'd you go to Texas? They're bad and all this, and they burn books and their schools suck and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, stop. Come and visit me, and I will show you Texas in my eyes. I mean, all these schools are brand spanking new. Some of these stadiums are the size of Rich Stadium, which is the Bills Stadium, which blows me away because Friday Night Lights is a real thing in Texas. That's
I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
We haven't.
It's like that in Florida too.
Oh yeah.
You know, big on high school football.
We have not talked about this in a minute, Don, and I think it's a good thing to talk about. And we thought today we would talk about final expense insurance, try to give you a little bit of the ins and outs. And now when people say final expense insurance, Don, what do they actually mean?
What final expense insurance is basically after you pass, it covers the cost of your burial, everything involved with that, your funeral home expenses. You can even use some of the money, should you have a celebration of life, breakfast or anything like that. This way, it doesn't put that extra burden on your family. Not only grieving, but worrying about how we're going to pay for a nice a mass or whatever.
And like we talked about that times, Don, about GoFundMe. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to step on your words.
No, you're right.
And I'm not trying to be funny, so please don't think that this, folks. But 9 times out of 10, when you see somebody that's running a GoFundMe page from someone passing away, and I just found out this morning that I had a cousin pass away last night.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences.
Thank you. And, here's the thing with our industry. Nobody wants to talk to us. Nobody wants to talk to insurance people. I don't want to do that. No, because like we've talked about this before, that, me and Donnie talk about annuities and life insurance and different financial products all the time. But Joe Public and Janet Public do not. So they think of it as a painful thing. And I shared the no-brainer story with Pastor Stan. He's probably going to steal it, which doesn't shock me. And what I'm talking about is, I don't know nothing about Donnie's pickleball, and he doesn't know nothing about boxing. Well, he does, but I mean, as a boxer. So we're not going to know what your job is. So don't worry about asking questions. That's what we're here for. Because for years, if I was presenting a case to a client, I would say, okay, they already decided they wanted whole life insurance. I would do 100,000, 250, and 500. And I say, which one works out better for you and your family? And then I would shut up and let them respond. But more times than I can count, people would go, well, what would you do, Eddie? Well, I'm a thrifty Polish person, and I look at it like budget-wise, okay? The lowest price, the $100,000, that's probably not going to do much for your family. I mean, $100,000, you're going to blow through that right away. Look, a big chunk of it's going to be expensive burying your loved one. Yeah. The one in the middle, it's not too much. It's kind of like the Three Bears, with Goldilocks. It's not too high, it's not too low. And the $500,000, obviously, if you can afford it, that's fantastic. But if you can't afford it, no matter what it is, you can't do it, And 9 times out of 10, like I said, they'd say, Eddie, what would you do? And I'd say, because of what I just explained, I would say the one in the middle. And I would say, what would I say, Don? Those two words that we hate.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. And it was something innocent that I said a bazillion times. And he's like, Eddie, stop saying that. I'm like, stop saying what? I was oblivious that he was upset about this, you know? He goes, you keep on telling me it's a no-brainer. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you're really making me feel stupid. I'm like, whoa, I did not ever mean to do anything like that. But then, I mean, he was bold enough to stop me in my tracks, but that was the only time. So how many times did I screw myself and upset someone by saying something like that? So you got to really be careful. This is a teaching moment for the different agents all over the country.
Very true.
It's just, it's a tough thing, but that's why we started Insurance Questions Podcast, so we could actually not only entertain, but educate also. And we're not even making a big deal about it because we're hitting benchmarks every couple of weeks, but we just joined the 3,300 Club. We have 3,300 videos that are posted on YouTube. So
it's amazing.
There's a bunch of stuff you can look at. If you don't want to talk to us, you can just look through our library. And he's like that. I said library.
You said it properly.
Library.
Spell that.
So I'm gonna since I got on my soapbox, I'm gonna shut up and tell us a little bit more about final expense insurance.
Yes. So
is there a certain age to get it? Do you have to have good health to get it? Talk a little bit about all that.
So the beauty of working with us at EBI Agency is we're affiliated with a lot of different insurance companies, and some of the companies offer incredible policies. For example, you can get a whole life insurance policy anywhere between $5,000 to $25,000 with no medical exam, no questions asked. You apply, you get it, and you just pay a small monthly premium. And because it's a whole life policy, you can build up some cash value, and you can utilize that down the road if you need it. So let's say you get that $25,000 life insurance policy, whole life policy, and by the time you add in some cash value, it could be worth $30,000, $35,000 down the road.
Hard to say,
Yeah, but so one of the companies that we work with that offers this, they offer it from age 50, so you cannot. They don't offer this particular policy under age 50, which is a no medical exam policy. Mm-hmm. And although they do have a separate line of products for juveniles or infants, so you can do that, of course. But it's issued between ages 50 to 80, although in New York State, it's issued between ages of 50 and 75. So
yeah,
New York
why
State
New York State? I thought it was so easy to get insurance in New York State. Are you saying that's a fallacy, Don?
Well, it's not that it's more difficult to get insurance.
Oh, bullshit! It is. It is, Don. Don't lie.
May I finish?
No,
Thank
you can't, Don, because you're a liar. Now I'm gonna fight you.
It's for the most part, it's the same underwriting guidelines that the insurance companies have, but New York State makes it very difficult for insurance companies to conduct business in New York State. So for some reason, the state thinks they're protecting the consumer, but they're actually hurting the consumer
because they're
limiting
protection and going overboard on stuff.
Yeah, because they're limiting options.
Oh, 100%. So how? Okay, let me back up a second. So when someone contacts you and asks you about final expense insurance, are they in their 20s, are they in their 30s, or 40s? What age group are they around, and why?
Typically, what I find with clients that I talk with about that, they're typically upper 50s to early 70s, and they typically have a health issue. Maybe they went through some cancer treatment, or
Sure.
some heart issues, or something like that. And so now they say, you know what, I should have got insurance when I was younger and healthier. That's very true, but we can still help you out. But obviously, again, it's limited to between $5,000 and $25,000. Again, the intent is to help cover the final expenses upon your demise. So
And that is definitely a big thing. 'Cause a lot of people like put it off, put it off, put it off, put it off, put it off. And by that time, when they're like, oh shit, I need to get insurance, they are an older person, and when they get sticker shock because it's so much money. And unfortunately, the only person to blame for that is the person in the mirror, you
Yeah.
know? Because like I said, no one wants to talk to us guys. And I get that, but it's something that is necessary. It's a necessary evil to protect you and your family. Because the worst thing, and I've seen it happen a bunch of different times, when people would wait and wait and wait, not get insurance, and we talked about the GoFundMe and all that stuff. So if you are, younger or even older, and you still have an active mortgage, and that mortgage was predicated on 2 incomes, and you're losing that 1 income because your spouse passed away, instead of grieving, what else are you going to be thinking about, Don? How am I going to keep that roof over my head? How am I going to get groceries in the fridge? How can I get pierogi and Polish sausage from the Broadway market? You're not gonna, Don.
yeah, and the thing again, if it's a younger couple with younger children, should
100%.
the one spouse happen to pass, am I going to be able to keep the house so I can keep our kids in the same school district? Or if they're in a private school, do we have to pull them from the private school now because can't afford it?
I mean,
So-
and it's true, Don. I mean, there's an upheaval in the house because someone's passed away, and then a whole bunch of other things are happening.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a horrible thing for people to go through. And I don't mean to sound corny, but when people ask me why I do what I do, and because what you do, you have the same thinking as me, is that it's an honor to work with families in their worst hour of need. I mean, I'll never forget, me about 5 years ago, Christmas morning, my phone's ringing. It's one of my clients, and if someone's calling you on a national holiday like that, his wife died the night before, in the middle of the night. And what seems to happen a lot with every generation, I used to think it was an old person thing, but as I get older and I, been in the business long enough, you see that it's an every person thing, that 9 times out of 10, when you're a couple, only one person takes care of the bills.
Yeah.
So if the brains of the organization passes away, you better know where everything is.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
I was talking about the one woman from Lackawanna, New York. When I broke into the business, I used to own collection agencies. So to learn, I'm like, you got anybody that's late on their payments? I'm like, why do you want that? I go, well, I'm learning, and if you're going to lose them as a customer anyways, let me talk to them. Maybe I can do something.
Yeah.
So my spiel would be, this is Eddie from where I was working. Is such and such home? And the woman's like, no, it's my husband. He's not home. And she goes, can I help you? I go, yeah. It's really weird. I mean, he's been paying on this policy since 1972, and he stopped 3 months ago. She goes, well, honey, that's when he died. I'm like, what? Why did you not call me? And I've told this story before. People have heard, and I'm sorry, but for new people, it's definitely something I'd like to talk about. I said, I need to come visit you. What's the earliest I can get in to see you? She goes, next Tuesday. I go, fantastic. Very nice lady. I walk in, she's got coffee waiting for me. She baked. Just wonderful lady. And I walked into her house with a check for $360,000 because he knew everything about their finances. She didn't have a clue he had that much.
Yeah.
So I ended up, making sure I protected as much money as I could with her with an annuity. She had good health, so I was able to get her a pretty decent whole life policy too. That is going to make money for her the longer she lives. And off I went. She gives me a hug, kissed me on the cheek, blah blah blah. And it'd be funny, even if I run into her in the store, she would always stop me and talk to me because, she goes, "I can't believe he did this." I go, "Why? He took care of you when he was alive. Guess what? He's still taking care of you."
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not going to bring your loved one back, but going through that worst part of your life, it's going to help a little bit. You don't have to worry about bills.
Exactly.
So there's a part B to this story, Don, and I know you know what it is. So I get a call the next morning from this woman's son, the attorney.
Oh boy.
And I'm new, and I mean, in collections, we got sued all the time. I was not gonna win. I never did. But is this Eddie? I'm like, yeah. I go, "Can I help you?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm such and such's son. Blah blah blah, Esquire, whatever." I'm like, "What's up?" He goes, "Thank you so much for helping Mom out." And when this all transpired, and she's telling me the story, I was thinking, I wonder if there's more money out there. So the gentleman was a retiree from Bethlehem Steel when Bethlehem Steel was actually a thing in Lackawanna. And he goes, "We have a death policy for $400,000. Do you think you can help Mom invest it?" And I'm like, let me think about that. So, and like this goes back to what we said. Okay, we talk insurance and annuities all the time. Joe and Janet Public do not.
Correct.
And like I said, if there's one person in the family that does it, you don't know what's out there. Now, okay, Don, I got another one for you for final expense. I'll see. We're doing okay on time. So I put it off. I'm 58 years old. You found out something in my background that I wasn't able to get insurance because either a felony, DWI, or health. Those are all real things when it comes to insurance.
That's true.
And I really need the insurance done. Is there anything else you can do for me?
Well, if you cannot qualify for the insurance, again, there are some that offer guaranteed insurance, but if you're looking for something higher dollar value, you might want to consider an annuity where you can pay into it. You don't have to have a lump sum.
Why would I get an annuity, Don? What's that got to do with death benefits?
Because there's no, almost anybody can open up an annuity, and you can
not with cash, Don. Not with cash.
That's true.
It's got to be a traceable form of currency.
That's true. But you can list beneficiaries, and the beneficiaries can then, whatever the annuity is worth, can receive the funds. And most annuitants or beneficiaries take the proceeds on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
Well, they have a guaranteed amount of money coming in per month.
Whoa! Are they like lottery winners, Don? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
I know
that's
you like talking about that.
That's true, because that's basically when you win the lottery. It's if you want the larger amount, you take it over time, and whatever state it is, they put that money into an annuity, and that's how you get paid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly.
And Don's all about annuity. Yes, we found that out the past couple of days. So
No.
Annuities. So you talk a little bit, Con. I want to. A friend came when James was over here. He was asking me about something, and I think people would find it interesting. So talk amongst yourself.
Oh, thank you. But so that's a good way to you can put money away on a monthly basis, let it build up, or if you have some large sums of money inherited, whatever the case might be, and you want a guaranteed return and guaranteed money for the rest of your life, annuity is one of the options available to you. You're not worrying about the stock market or anything like that, so you can just go with an annuity for that. So you're back.
Last year when Allie Buffalo was here, I took her to like there's an antique place by my old office. I've gotten a lot of stuff for my apartment there, and she finds the craziest things. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this.
It looks like a picture of the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Well, this is actually
John
an
Hancock?
advertisement for John Hancock Mutual
Oh.
Life Insurance Company.
Oh, is it really?
of Boston, Mass.
Ah,
And Don, this is from the year when you were in your 30s, 1905.
1905?
And how is it not like falling apart in my hands? Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And Allie Buffalo's got a good eye for that stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I never showed you that before.
No. That's very cool.
Oh.
And
Don,
actually-
why would I have to show you when you already seen it? I mean, didn't you hand those out when you're in your 30s?
I used to go door to door.
I hope this information was informative to everybody, and we try to do it with a little bit of fun too, because we are over time already, Don, by a minute. It's because you're yakety. I'm Donnie Lowe, blah blah blah. I'm a professional pickleballer, blah 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 blah. So super excited. Tomorrow, tune in for Ask Dr. Andy, the first show. PEDs, steroids, testosterone. Why are you giving it to your kids? I don't know. We'll find out on that show.
Yeah.
And even though that show is being done tomorrow, we're taping a Christmas episode with who, Donnie?
The one, the only, the great guitarist, great singer, Bobby LaBelle.
And like I said, I told him he doesn't have to sing because I'm going to do all the singing. So tune in for that and wear some earplugs. You might, it's a public service thing. Wear earplugs when Eddie sings.
And I was going to say, and he still agreed to come on the show.
I know, right? What's wrong with him? Something wrong with that boy. So he's going to be talking about the MOB, the Musicians of Buffalo. It's their 10th anniversary concert at Babeville on Delaware Avenue in Buffalo, New York.
Yep.
If you're in the Buffalo area, get a ticket. It's a great cause. If you've never been in Babeville, Ani DeFranco's team did a wonderful job redoing that whole area. And whether you drink or not, go in the basement because the grotto in the basement is beautiful. You got to check that out. It's definitely a must see. All these hidden gems, you don't know until you know.
That's true. That's true.
So we're going to end the show like we end every other show. If you like working with people that are just like you, have the same values as you, the same passion for life, and love your children as much as we do ours, we're the people you need to work with. You can go to our beautiful website, ebiagency.com. That's up on the screen. You can also email us at eddiebuffaloinsurance@gmail.com. And what's the hotline, Donnie?
Hotline number is 430-324-4557. That's 430-324-4557.
And for all of Santa's elves in the North Pole, what is the number for them, Don?
The number for them is 430-324-4557.
Oh, nice. So, there's so many things I can say right now, but I'm trying to be good, so I'm not going to say a word.
I can see it.
It's because Santa's coming.
That's right. I can see the steam coming out of your ears.
Oh my gosh! Did you see the Santa Polecat commercial I did this morning, Don? Or did I not post that yet?
No, I saw one of the commercial. I
think I made the Santa Polecat one, but I haven't posted it yet. So
I saw the elf one.
Look for our little funny commercials. Well, I think they're funny. So remember, everybody, life is definitely worth living. What do you got to do, Donnie Lowe?
You got to keep on fighting, baby. Just keep on fighting.
So tune in tomorrow. Dr. Andy, we're out of here. Take care, everyone.
Ciao.